facing the pain of being a person with a unique brain takes a while to digest. And if you're on the path and you're not numbing out, or you're attempting to stop numbing out, but numbing is just all you know, the hope that I've found is through trusting in God. Because as we say in like OCD treatment language, you could die today driving your car. You could slip on the ice. I grew up in Wisconsin. Maybe you won't be slipping on the ice if you're in the South. You could just stop breathing or have a heart attack. And that's like the comfort in dealing with the obsessiveness and the compulsivity, the compulsive thoughts if you're having mental compulsions. That's my hope. It helps me be present to realize that whatever I think about, it's in my head. Not advocating for people to go become parents if they're dealing with numbing and OCD tendencies. But that was my path, and I'm grateful for the gifts. And somehow through this sickness, I've come to a place where I'm present, I'm awake. Most importantly, take care of yourself. My experience with compulsive thoughts is they will hurt you. And that's not right. And any kind of family dynamic that results in a human being believing that he's only worth those few moments of space between thought and action, or thought and a compulsive thought, is not a family that's worthy of having you in it. There's a podcast that recently came out. I'm a member of ADDA, the ADDA I forget what it stands for, obviously, attention deficit disorder something. And there's a podcast recently about ADHD and scapegoating. And I listened to it. I feel like if you're healing from a nervous system that was built on scapegoating, and in the podcast she talks about how ADHD will make you sort of like the one that gets blamed in certain family dynamics. ADHD will be like the person with ADHD will be the one who takes the blame, who accepts fault for things that happen that aren't related to him at all. And then the things that he's or she doesn't get right, such as, leaving things out or forgetting about something or, losing something, those get amplified. And so the nervous system of the scapegoater, the scapegoatee, just gets put between a rock and a hard place again and again, and it's traumatic. And to be honest, like I'm struggling in my compulsivity and the OCD that I developed around having this kind of dynamic with, okay, how do I listen to something without compulsively making myself the reason why the thing that I'm listening to is there? Almost like I unconsciously accept blame for things that I'm making up in my mind. And it's like crazy to watch these patterns happen. And I'll admit, well, if you're still listening to this, you clearly have some identification. You can relate to what I'm saying. But I can't really listen to a lot of things without going to these like dark places in my mind, and being in therapy for OCD. I'm committed to like unwinding myself and who I am. Who I am now is not that person who just instantly goes to the darkest place. I'm going to the light, and I'm shining bright. So thanks for joining me.